Hey guys, welcome to another episode of F1 2021. My team here on the ChesnoidPlays channel. 3 races to go before the end of the season. We are in Brazil today at Interlagos for the 18th round of this season, where we're very much hoping to build on what was a mental episode yesterday. And
our income is solid at the moment.
I'm just not worried. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be like in Brazil. It can rain here and hard. We just did almost a full race in the rain in Mexico, and it's dry every session other than the race, which will start dry and end wet. A dry start, an 83% chance of rain at the end. It will rain at the end of this Grand Prix and at the end of qualifying, but we're not going to get to Q3, are we? So, mixed conditions again. Right, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. There's no point just waffling on. Actually, do I need to change any parts? We're all right. We did add a new gearbox, actually, so we are going to take a penalty this weekend. We are going to take a penalty for changing gearbox, a grid penalty. So we might be starting slightly further back, but it's a necessity because otherwise I'll have gearbox issues, and I can't afford to have gearbox issues to be dropping gears. Right, drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you checked out yesterday's video and any others that you've missed over the course of this first season on the channel. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any more moving forward. And I'm going to jump into the first practice session here in Brazil. Only a couple of tenths. Oh, a couple of tenths. Nearly 4 tenths off Ocon. Still 1.6 seconds off fastest, but I don't know whether we're quick here or not. I can't tell because I can't tell where we end up at the end of the session. That might give us a better indication. P14.
So let's review our top 3: Bottas, Ricciardo, and Lando Norris. And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in.
I'm not sure. There's definitely time to find in the lap. But how much time to find, I'm not sure. Right, let's go to qualifying then. I think I'm happy enough with that setup. Let's go to qualifying, see if we can't get into Q2 again, if possible. We should have got a decent haul of resource points there as well, actually, from practice. 750 from me, 200 from Robert as well. An extra 950 will do very nicely indeed. Some development boosts applied as well, which is great. And that should be Robert up to level 8. Indeed it is. That will mean that he's going to be more expensive to re-sign, but we still should be okay to re-sign him. I think his value might go up to 2 million now, but we'll absolutely raise the funds for that over the next 3 race weekends. Right then, to quali we go. Let's see if we can get into Q2, shall we? So we're going to be slower on that lap, but I think our 106.2 from earlier on should be fast enough to get us through to Q2. That should be fast. Oof, a lot of people went a lot quicker there, actually. Yeah, P14. So we're through to Q2. We have our 5-place grid penalty, obviously. But we're through to Q2. And relatively comfortable, is it so, with 2.5 tenths in hand. Robert only P19, unfortunately. I think Q3 is going to be out of the question. We haven't yet made it that far. Still relatively happy enough to be making it through to Q2 regularly, to be fair. That shows progression of the car, doesn't it? End of the session. And we will finish P14 in that session. 102.71. I mean, we were less than a tenth. Just over half a tenth away from P12. Then there's a bit of a jump. To Lancelot in 11th. 1 minute 62 is what 4 of us did. Kimi, Fernando, myself, and Yuki all did a 106.2. I was 3 thousandths, 3 milliseconds faster than Yuki Tsunoda. But we will have a 5-place grid penalty, so we will be starting 19th. Barring any other grid penalties from other drivers taken after ours. So we might be starting slightly further up. I'll keep my nose clean and cut through the field.
Do you have any comments about this team?
No, I've not been concerning myself with them, to be completely honest.
Appreciate your time.
We don't really need to concern ourselves with Mercedes yet because they are far, far, far better than we are. We're not close to them yet, nor will we be for probably another season or so. Another little bit of driver boost, team boost as well, and we'll head now to the race where we need to figure out our strategy because it is going to rain later in the Grand Prix. Who's where on the grid then?
Minutes away from starting. Here's what
We
today's
think
grid
we're going to be
rundown looks
19th,
like.
but
Lewis Hamilton
it depends how
lines
many
up
other
on
drivers
pole
have picked up a
position,
penalty.
and
So into the
Bottas will line up
104s,
alongside.
the Mercedes.
Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo,
Wow,
Sainz,
Sainz
Pierre
P4.
Gasly, and Stroll.
Okay, so
Raikkonen, Fernando Alonso.
hang on a second.
Tsunoda,
Oh no, that's where we would have been if I didn't have a penalty.
Joe
Oh,
Giovinazzi,
if I didn't have a grid
Leclerc,
penalty,
they've
we
taken
might
the
have been
grid
starting
penalty.
inside the top
George
10.
Russell and Vettel. Wood,
I'd have been starting 10th without my
Mick
grid
Schumacher.
pen.
They'll be starting
So,
further
we
back
qualified
after an earlier
P14.
grid penalty. And Nicholas Latifi.
We got a 5-place grid penalty,
Schwartzman,
but there are
Verstappen,
still
they've
another
taken the
4
grid
cars
penalty.
that took a penalty
Ocon,
after us,
Lando
so we're
Norris
still
starts
starting
from the back of the
P15.
grid.
If I didn't
with
have to
lights
change
out,
that
just
gearbox,
moments
we could have
away,
been starting
it's
P10
time
here and
to go down to
starting
the
in the
track.
points. We've never started in the points. P13 is the best start we've ever had.
Okay, here we
No,
go.
P12 yesterday,
I know what you can
Mexico.
do. Don't let
P12
me down.
yesterday, Mexico was our best ever start. Okay, so it reckons we could go soft, soft, medium. But if it's definitely going to rain, if it's definitely going to rain, then we could go soft, soft, soft. Rather than soft, soft, medium. I could go soft, 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 knowing that at the end we're going to have to change to a wet tire at the end. That makes sense, right? Do we gamble on the rain? Do we gamble on the rain and go soft, soft, soft? Or do I just go soft, soft, medium, and then when the rain comes, the rain comes? To be fair, the rain might come earlier than our second stop. We don't know. We'll play on what we hear. But I think soft, soft, soft is something we could genuinely do, and that's why I saved an extra set of tyres from quali, so we could try something like that in the race. So we'll stick with soft, 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 or soft, soft, medium, but we'll plan to go soft, soft, soft rather than soft, soft, medium. And because there's going to be some rain, I will underfuel the car a little bit by perhaps half a lap or so. I'll underfuel the car by half a lap or so because when the rain comes, we'll be fine, and we'll almost certainly get lapped here as well. So right, that's what we'll do: soft, soft, medium, with a view to go soft, 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 and then we'll underfuel the car a little bit because we are quite good on fuel economy. But it depends what Jeff says. It depends what Jeff says. Alright, so behind us we have Verstappen and Norris, who we know are going to be faster than us. But there are a couple of drivers in front of us that we expect to be quicker than. Here we go. 71 laps of Interlagos. And it's a decent start, a really decent start. I'm worried about Leclerc. I might try and nip to the inside a little bit. Try and gain a couple of positions on the inside. I've got a car on my outside there. I think that's Leclerc. He's slotted right in behind me. We're up to P14 and past the Ferrari, at least for now. I'm going to go defensive into turn 4. Force Leclerc around the long way, which he's not able to do. We have taken the Ferrari, which is not something we say very often. But we are ahead of the Ferrari now. It's a bit kind of follow my leader one by one through here, this middle sector, but I might be able to nip up the inside of George here and steal an extra position, although he will have the inside line for the next turn. But then I'll have the inside line for the next turn, and if I can get good traction, which I don't really get, I'll try and hold on to the position here, which we have done. We're up to P13, that's past Russell. I've got to be wary of the fact that the car is going to be heavy here. I don't know how much ERS will be able to regain throughout the course of a lap, so I'll stop about 70, and I won't use my ERS this lap, and we'll see how much we can gain. Now, what is crucial for our race, at least in these early stages, oh never mind, was rather than is, that George Russell had gotten ahead of the Ferrari and was holding him up. But now Leclerc is through. Giovinazzi fighting hard with Yuki Tsunoda here, slowing everybody else up in front of us. So P13 for the time being. Checo is in P9. He's a long way down in that Red Bull. Didn't he start like P6 as well? I think Checo might have lost some places at the start. DRS will be activated from the end of this lap. So we will have DRS moving forward, and we've gained quite a bit of our ERS back there actually. Almost 30% over the course of the lap. Yuki spinning out. Yuki Tsunoda. I didn't even see it happen. I didn't see it happen. I'm going to flash that back. Well, not flash that back. Have a look at the replay. Yuki Tsunoda was round there. Why? Did he get a touch? No, he's on his own. Just call that inside curb, and he's just spun out. Yuki Tsunoda. That's poor from him, but it earns us a position. Thank you very much, Yuki. Back to, well, unfortunately for your race number, back to P22. Thanks for the follow, Scorpion, Romba, and Usman. Welcome to the channel, guys. ERS is your battery power, Tom. ERS is battery power. Here comes Mr. Leclerc.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Giovinazzi's definitely holding up Sebastian Vettel here, isn't he? And I have a funny feeling we're going to be doing the same to the Ferrari in a moment. How are we fuel-wise? 0.66. 0.66. Seb is past Giovinazzi and into the points. But Gio doesn't want to give up on that. They are going to force each other super slow. There's contact there between the two. No, I'm keeping an eye in front, but I've got Charles Leclerc right behind me, so I can't get too distracted by what's going on in front of me, because otherwise I'll end up losing a position rather than potentially taking one. But Sebastian is through against Giovinazzi and up into the points. We should be quicker than Gio. We should be quicker than Gio. Annoyingly, Gio still has DRS on Seb, but as soon as he loses it, he'll be vulnerable, and we should take P11. Although I imagine Leclerc will then take it off us. Right, Gio is out of DRS range of Sebastian Vettel now, so he's going to be really vulnerable up the hill. And into turn one. I imagine the other drivers are doing what I'm doing and saving their battery for the run up the hill. But the speed differential here should hopefully be enough to catch us up to Gio, and then maybe we can take him into turn 4. I'm not going to try and take him here. I'm going to wait until the next DRS zone and do it tactically, because then we've got the full middle sector to try and pull away from him. He should be vulnerable here. I'll use a bit of my battery to close up. And we'll go for a lunge into turn 4, sorry, and we'll get it done. And Leclerc is through too. Contact between Giovinazzi and Leclerc nearly sent Leclerc round there. But we're past the Alfa Romeo and up into P11. I think we're alright on fuel, aren't we? That's coming down. Okay, we're alright on fuel. I'm not going to worry about that anymore for the rest of the race, because when the rain comes, we'll absolutely be fine. Now, I don't know if we're actually going to be able to gain on Seb. But we are effectively about where we expect to be on pace alone. I'm going to use my battery to defend, basically, because Leclerc is going to have DRS in both sections. And he's going to try and do to me what I just did to Giovinazzi. Oh, a bit of wheel spin there. Took a poor line round turn 2. I'm not going to fight this too much because there's literally nothing I can do. I'd just be wasting my battery for the sake of trying to hold on to the position, which I'm not going to be able to do. But maybe we can stick to Leclerc. Maybe we can stick to Leclerc. I doubt it, but we'll try. Most important thing is going to be breaking the DRS behind rather than trying to stick to Leclerc. Definitely opening up the gap behind. That's well over a second now. So Giovinazzi will not have DRS on us. I think Kimi's still involved in that group up in front, isn't he? He is. Kimi Räikkönen is kind of leading the next gaggle of cars. Kimi's had a great start. Although, to be fair, he did start a long way forward, didn't he? But if Kimi is slowing that gaggle down, then it's just going to make them, or keep them within touching distance for us for later in the Grand Prix. Because we're not as fast as the cars ahead, and we're faster than the cars behind. That gap to Seb, though, is staying about 3.4, however. So that's actually quite rewarding, actually. That the gap to the gaggle in front actually isn't growing, even though the gap to Leclerc is getting bigger. He's just catching that group. And Leclerc and Vettel are having a bit of a scrappy doodah up front. Which is going to slow them both down, I hope. Seb at the minute is holding on. Ex-Ferrari driver against current Ferrari. In fact, there's 3 cars there. It's Kimi. Kimi's been overtaken by a couple and he's starting to fall backwards then. Actually, we're not doing that well on fuel at the minute either. We are going to need that. We are going to need that rain at the end of the Grand Prix, you know. We are going to need that rain. Right, so we are going to get to within DRS range now in this middle sector. And Leclerc and myself may well be taking Kimi Raikkonen very soon. We'll be sat in a decent P11, albeit frustrating to be P11 and 1 place outside the points, but there's the DRS. We'll be P11 and well poised to take advantage of any.
Got a great chance of taking the position.
Yeah, well poised to take advantage of any retirements or mistakes from anyone in the top 10. We'll have DRS again on this segment now. Charles will have the inside line at the top of the hill. He'll get the place. Have the inside line for both turns, to be fair. Hey, Kimster. Me too, please. If you don't mind. Just logged in. Are we here for points today? Maybe. We've only scored points on 2 occasions this season. But so far, we're just outside the points on pure pace. On merit alone. None of the front runners pitting yet. It won't be long, I don't think. Oh, there you go. Literally, as I say it, Charles Leclerc pits.
The car in front is 1.7 seconds.
As does Gasly, as does Sebastian Vettel. So, those front runners that got through to Q3 are now starting to pit as they want fresh tyres. So, I may pit on lap 23 or 4 and try and undercut Kimi. I'll go on 23 just to make sure we get the undercut. We'll pit next lap. Right, we will pit next lap. Got our sights in the... They're going to mediums. Some of them going to mediums. And the mediums are 9/10 a lap slower. 9/10 a lap slower. I'm going to pit this lap.
Pitting.
Don't pit, Kimi. Don't pit. Thank you. Right, into the pits we come then for our first stop. Pitting onto another set of softs. Another set of softs. We can get some DRS on these cars, which we absolutely will. We've come out ahead of Verstappen. Was Verstappen already behind us? I think he was, wasn't it? Verstappen was already behind us. We've come out behind Leclerc again. But he's got caught in traffic, which actually will do us a favour. Now I need this lot to pit as soon as possible so we can take advantage of our soft tyres. Excuse me, Yuki. I'm not hanging about, mate. There are points to be had today. Mick's in the pits. Our teammate's in the pits.
Robert is coming in.
Ocon's gone defensive. Leclerc's going for around the outside. I'll try and pick 2 pockets at once here if we can. Oh god, they're slow there. Now you can't overtake Ocon because I'm in the way. And now I can't overtake Ocon because Ocon's in the way. Oh, this is going to get hairy. This is going to get really hairy. So we got Verstappen right behind sniffing as well. Crash, you bastards. We're going to take Ocon. We follow Leclerc past Ocon. Now we might well be faster than Leclerc on this softs. On this set of softs. We might well be faster than he is on those mediums. Gone defensive. We'll go around the outside. Little squirt the throttle to get up the inside there. Forcing wide. And we're past Leclerc and back into the points as Kimi Raikkonen is in the pits. Now I have to make the most of this soft stint. So you may have to forgive me if I'm not that interactive with chat for a few laps. I need to make the most of this fresh set of softs and just nail it. Leclerc is faster than me. The gap in front to Alonso is pretty stable, but Leclerc is just quicker than me. It's just the difference in cars is bigger than the difference in tyres the other way. Done this, then.
We're leading
That's
our
what I wanted.
teammate by 17.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 19.
19.
The time last lap was a 1 minute 9.8. Gap to teammate behind is 17.5 seconds.
I don't want to lose too much time behind Leclerc. Now we've got Lando here as well. This is going to be nasty. Oh, fucking hell, Kimmy.
Come on, you can win that place back.
I'm going to try. And so P10 becomes P12. P10 might soon become P14. I guess it's just, this was what was going to happen anyway. It was inevitable that those faster cars behind us caught us up. It was just a matter of time before Norris and Verstappen and co came from behind and overtook us. I've asked for a weather update. He's not saying anything yet. Thank you for the bit, Tombo.
Okay, you're dropping a few tenths per lap to the car ahead. They're edging away.
I think I hit Max there. Pretty sure I made contact with Max's front wing there. I mean, whose fault is that? Because I am ahead of Ocon. I am ahead of Max there, and I'm on the apex. And obviously I'm going to slow down. Surely he has to get out of the throttle there. He's just driven into the back of me. That's more him driving into the back of me than... Like, I'm always in his eyesight and in front of him. He's just driven into the back of me there. That's his fault, not my fault. Or it's just a racing incident. Ocon retired. His engine exploded, Hayden.
You might want to start being a little more conservative with your fuel. We may not finish at this rate of usage.
Bring the fucking rain then, Jeff. Bring the rain. George is closing on me, is he? I've had a couple of...
see some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. To softs we go at the next stop.
On track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
To softs we go at the next stop. Thank you, Jeff. Rain in about 15 minutes. Praise the Lord. We will go soft, soft, soft into. The rain's on its way. The rain's on its way. I mean, if we're lucky... I don't know. Oh, yes, definitely. If Vettel's in the pits now, if we're lucky, then it will arrive before we need to pit again. Well, I don't think it's going to. Where is Seb? He's just the other side of the barrier, isn't he? Hi, Seb. Bye, Seb. I'm sure we'll be saying hi, Seb, again
We won't have enough fuel
very
for the end
soon.
of the race. Consider adopting a more conservative strategy to preserve what you have left.
Nope, because when the rain gets here, I'll save fuel anyway. Lando's in the pits as well. Seb's going for it. Not a chance.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes' time. Rain in 10 minutes. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Stroll, Alonso and Checo all in the pits. Hello, Sergio. We're in the points again briefly. And it will be brief. Only the one retirement so far.
We're expecting rain in around 10 to 15 minutes.
10 to
Dry
15
seem like
minutes
the
is
best
still
time for
far
now.
too long. I can't extend this stint that
We're
long.
approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
I'm just going to pit now.
Confirmed. We'll
There's no
receive you
point.
at the end of this lap.
I might as well just put a fresher set on
Robert is in the
rather
pits.
than try and
Robert in
extend
the
this
pits.
worn set. We've got another set of used softs, but they're only slightly used. Because he's still saying 10 to 15 minutes till the rain. So for a set of used, although only slightly used, softs. Why they changed my front wing?
Release,
I didn't know I had front wing damage. Thanks, lads.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for
What in
dangerous
the
driving
shit
if you
was
cross
that?
over into the track.
That was like driving on ice. I had no grip. Right, now I need the rain to hold off for a bit so I can make the use of this slightly faster set of softs. Right. Operation Close Kimmy Down as quickly as possible before the rain comes is underway.
Are gapped.
And he's going to have to let Lewis through, no, Valtteri through soon as well, actually, which will help us. We have now been lapped. We have been lapped, so we are no longer having to worry about fuel at all. Not that we were really worrying about it anyway because of the rain upcoming. I think I just saw a raindrop. It's too soon. Now I don't want the rain to come for like another 10 laps. I still need the rain to come, otherwise I'll have to do another pit stop. And a pit stop more than everybody else. But I don't want the rain to come just yet. Alonso's in the pits again. Why is Alonso in the pits again? Did he have a coming together with someone? He's absolutely didn't need to stop for tyres, I'm sure of it. That's P12. He's pit to softs, and he's going to have to pit again when the rain comes. It must have been for damage. Must have been for damage. Let's double check. Ocon mechanical failure is the only incident so far in this Grand Prix. Yep, front wing for Alonso, front wing for me. Front wing for Lando. Max was when he hit me. Front wing for... Oh, Max had to pit for front wing twice. Max had to pit for a front wing twice in 7 laps. Max in the wars. Ocon pit for front wing and then his engine went bang. I need the rain to come, like, now, really. Now would be lovely. Daniel Ricciardo sets the fastest lap of the race now that he's been in for that pit stop. Rather handily, the Mercedes that went into the pits is now coming up to lap Kimi again, so he's going to lose even more time, Kimi Räikkönen. Right, so if the rain could come now, please, that would be lovely, because I am starting to get a bit worried. Guys?
Keep pushing. You're gaining.
Rain dance, please. Right, Kimi's been lapped again, and the gap is now under 6. And he's at a DRS range as well, which is great. Rain! I saw rain! I saw rain! I'm sure of it. I'm sure I saw a raindrop. It's raining! It's raining! Guys, your rain dance worked! Let's go! Now piss it down! Now! None of this, I'm just gonna drizzle shit. Fucking hammer it, please. Hammer it down, hammer it down, hammer it down. Setting intermediates as my next tyres. Fucking rain. Rain hard. It's going to be like lap 60, I think. Unless it's going to get significantly wetter around the remainder of this lap. I think it's going to be lap 60. Oh, I see puddles appearing.
Check your MFD.
Yeah,
for
I'm
a
pitting
new
now.
Strategy option. Got that confirmed.
We're pitting for Inters now. Norris is in. As is one of the Mercedeses. As is Kimi now. So because we were sly with our pit strategy, we knew it was going to rain. We knew it was going to rain, so we didn't race with 2 sets of dry tyres. 2 different compounds of dry tyres. We knew it was going to rain. So, oh my god, it's fucking slippery in the pit lane. We knew it was going to rain.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
So slippery in this pit lane in Brazil. Oh my god. We knew it was going to rain, so we just ran the fastest tyre we possibly could for as long as we possibly could. Right, gap to Kimi 4.8. Now, how are we in the rain compared to everybody else? Are we quick? Are we not? I don't know. I think Kimi's quicker than me. You know what's going to cost us here? What's going to cost us here is that unexpected, as far as I can make out, unnecessary front wing change. That stop for us, to be fair, it was 6.7 seconds. So what's the difference between those two stops? 6.7 and 2.1. So the difference, if we'd have replicated that stop without a front wing change, it would have been 4.6 seconds quicker. So we would have been a second behind Kimi, not nearly 6. But that would have meant that we'd have been within DRS range of him earlier in our dry running, so we probably would have been past Kimi and well ahead of him and into P11. They do take a long time, yeah. But I love it. And it makes for 100% race distance Grand Prix, make for basically a perfect stream length. If I did this full time, like as in if I streamed full time, I'd probably do 2 100% race distance races per stream. But I don't earn enough from Twitch to go full time, so YouTube is still the main income. No, P12 is very good. I'm happy with P12 as we enter our last lap. I'm thrilled with P12. It's a great performance because this is a P12 on performance. We've not shafted it at all. It's not retirements that have gotten us to this level. We are genuinely this fast on merit around Brazil. Because Ocon was behind us when he retired. It just shows the progress that we've made as a team this year. That we're still not quite there to challenge for points in any Grand Prix without retirements or extraordinary circumstances. But we're not far away. We're not far away. Thank you for the 7th month just to end the race. Thank you, mate. Cheers, Jesper. I'll try and not bin it in a wall now as I get distracted by it. Hi, he says. So he nearly did the same thing again. So Lewis Hamilton wins another Grand Prix this year. Christ knows how many he's actually won. He absolutely stormed the season. But yeah, I'd say we are a...
The car in front is 11.3 seconds.
We're progressing from being best of the shitters to being maybe one of the not shitters. We're at the back of... Yeah, basically, rather than being the best of the shitters, we're currently worst of the midfield, perhaps?
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
We're probably worst of the midfield rather than best of the shitters, but that's better. That's better. Lando gets driver of the day. He started well back and finished P9, I think, in the end. So congratulations to him for a good drive. It's raining inside the pit wall. Lol. Is it Lewis from Valtteri from Daniel? Daniel finishes P3 in the end. So the race ends with us very happy with our job, really. Wow, they lapped everybody up to Daniel, and he was a minute 7 behind.
He lived up to every inch of his reputation today, and I think he'll be going home, quite rightly, a bit proud of himself.
The Mercedes are so fast, they lapped everyone but Daniel Ricciardo. No worries, the pride. They lapped everyone but Daniel Ricciardo. My fastest lap was faster than Kimi's, at least, but he did finish in front of me for that rivalry. So we might be level, actually. We might be level. Lando, though, P22 to P8, decent effort. Although not as good as the P19 to P2 effort from Daniel Ricciardo in Mexico. That was pretty bad. So we'll pay out the... where's my mouse gone? We'll pay out the prediction. The answer is yes, we did finish P12 or higher. Penalties affect grid penalties. It's part of the sport. You have to say what's thrown at you. Yeah, 100%.
You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret?
That would be telling.
That was an epic battle today. How do you think this will play out?
Whoever comes out on top, I think the fans are in for a
Do you
treat.
think you were lucky not to end your race with that crash?
No.
Appreciate your time.
No worries, Claire. Not going to comment on that one. I'll try and remember, Ollie. I'll try and remember, my man. Thank you, mate. So we equal that with Kimmy, which means we're still 2 ahead with 2 races to go. Australia, it says 3, but there's only 2 races left in the season. So, we're up to driver level 9 as well, which is great. We need to be driver level 10. Was it 10 to get the other driver perks? I think it's 10, but the team acclaim's going up quite nicely. Massive boost to our finances there as well, which is most welcome. Now, Robert will have gone up in value for a contract re-signing because his overall level went up. Now, we'll do the aero. We'll do driver performance review, chassis team building, and sponsor advertisement for the drivers. That's going to be a great way to spend those days. Right, so corporate contracts. He's now valued at 2 million, but we have 2.6 million in the bank, and we're not going to be able to raise any more than that, really, between now and the end of the season. So, with the next cheapest, the next higher rated driver is Lance Stroll at 6 million. Now, I'm not going to pay 6 million for Lance Stroll, or 7.5 for Latifi or Giovinazzi. So we will be re-signing Schwartzman to start next season. We will absolutely 100% be re-signing Rob Schwartzman next season. Can I get the perks? Oh, it's driver level 15 I need to get. Wow. And resource point income is boosted by 50% when you get to that level. Engine wear reduced as well. Okay, so we're a long way off that. But we do have the opportunity to get a new sponsor. So let's do that. Let's sort by weekly income. We did have... Who did we have? Was it A&F? Well, no, it wasn't A&F, was it? Oh, it was PSD, wasn't it? It was PSD we had. Answer at least 4 questions. Let's put PSD back on the car. And then we can go to the customization and actually add those sponsor decals back on. We had Zenetto on the side of the front wing. We had PSD there on the nose. That was Zenetto. Zenetto looks better there, and then it was PSD on the end plates, wasn't it? There we go. So the car has all of its sponsors back on it again, and we might need to change the engine for the next 2 Grand Prix, but that's fine. We can do that there. 40% on the MG UK. We might as well just put these fresh units in. There we go. So we'll be as competitive as we possibly could be for the final 2 Grand Prix, which will be... Oh, resource points. What do we spend? Where can we spend? Barge boards complete. So we could do drag reduction or the DRS activation mechanism. It's not going to gain us much, though, is it? It's not going to gain us much. We could do the plank for weight redistribution. Tyre blanket's still 2 days away. Cable assembly. Actually, we won't be able to do that because we can't have more than... Yeah, department capacity reach. So we can't do that. Crankshaft is on its way. Could do the ECU for fuel efficiency, although we're not worried about fuel efficiency at the minute whatsoever. That's literally costing me nothing, so we might as well. No, I'm gonna put it into the aero, I think. Let's do the brake ducts. That'll be ready after Australia, and then I can't afford to do the DRS activation then, can I? Okay, but we might have some more resource points by the end of the week. We've got an event to go to here.
We need your input on how to address an issue concerning our driver.
It's going to cost me 50k or we will lose focus. We'll pay the money.
Wants me to pass on their thanks for helping out.
We'll pay the money. Right, so tie blanket, pass. Yes, tie blankets passed. Pass. Yes. Oh no, that was just upgrading our facilities, wasn't it? Another bit. Team acclaim, but durability, morale.
Unfortunately, we need you to step in and make an
Employ center of a tweet storm. I'm gonna fire them. Sorry, Barbish. Right, weekly running costs. We get some more resource points there. It's only 200. Ah, the cable assembly failed, but the crankshaft passed. Cable assembly failed, but the crankshaft passed. So we can't afford to do anything else there, I don't believe. That... cable assembly. How much is that? That's going to be free, though, isn't it? So that'll be done by before the next Grand Prix. And we can... I can't afford to do anything else. Can't afford to do anything else. These have now unlocked themselves, but they're super expensive, and we don't have the resource points for that. We don't have the resource points for those. I still don't have the resource points for the plank. That passed. Yeah, we haven't got enough resource points for anything else now. But that's not a problem. Or we could do that. MGUH. Oh, department capacity reached. Okay, fine. Well, we are now actually, on paper, better than Alpha Tauri. Look, the three of us, in fact, the four of us, Alpine, ourselves, Alpha Tauri, and Alfa Romeo, are all within touching distance of each other there, aren't we? Mercedes are gone. Then there's Mercedes and Red Bull that are neck and neck. Then Aston Martin. Then Ferrari. And then 4 teams. Alpine, ourselves, AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo. Then Williams and Haas. But we're on the up. We are on the up and up. So next time out will be the Australian Grand Prix. That will do it for this YouTube video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. That Australian Grand Prix video will come to you tomorrow. So hopefully you'll enjoy. Hopefully you enjoyed this one too. And if you want to watch the streams live, then there's a link in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.